Keep it going. What's up, New Jersey? How are we doing? It's gonna sound like I'm pandering, but I'm not. This is my favorite state to perform in. I love New Jersey, so glad to be here. A little raw of a scene though, New Jersey. I've been all over it, and New Jersey's probably the most raw, maybe racist scene. So, alright, so basically, there was this comedian, old enough to know better, this middle-aged white guy, probably like 45 years old, and he went on this unhinged rant for like 7 minutes, and he said the N-word like 3 times, and it got super uncomfortable. Finally, a group of comedians had to go over and be like, look man, that's super disrespectful. You're only supposed to be on stage for 5 minutes, okay? Respect the room, don't run away. Also, stop stealing my material, dude. Cool. I was just in PA. Are you familiar with that terrible fucking state? It's just, yeah. So, Philly, okay. Pittsburgh's cool. The middle is just like the worst 5 hours of my existence. There's a lot of like old people and drinking problems. I like to call it the hills have DUIs. Any DUIs? No, we're not gonna do it. Who's got the most? No. Somebody said 7 one time. Like you should not be allowed in public. I almost got a DUI one time, and it was like not a proud moment at all. I was walking the line, and I was a little nervous, and the cop's like, "Why are you shaking?" And I was like, "This is embarrassing," but my girlfriend, her brother is a cop in the town over. And he goes, "Well, who's your girlfriend?" And I told him, and he goes, "Oh, I know your girlfriend very well." I had never been so happy my girlfriend fucked a cop. I got out of DUI immediately. Don't get political. We're gonna do it at some point. Whatever. You know what it is? I just hate knowing how you're gonna vote just based on how you dress. Just like, switch it up for once, man. Like I want to see a girl with like short purple hair, face piercing. She's like, you know what I hate more than inflation? Gay marriage. I'm like, whoa! Like I'm not happy you said that, but I'm happy you said that. You know? Like what a curveball! Oh my god. It's way too hot for this, but I had to park 7,000 miles away. Why is there no parking in this damn town? I was gonna buy an apartment just to have a place to fucking Jesus. Isn't it weird? Somebody texts you at 5 a.m. You're like, oh, what an alcoholic. But somebody texts you at 6 a.m. You're like, oh my god, up before the sun? This guy's incredible. Oh my god. You get a text at 5 a.m. You're like, dude, you gotta get your life together. 6 a.m. You're like, I gotta get my life together. Should I start jogging? What the hell are we doing here? Oh my god. I had this fear. I was like drinking energy drinks at 10 o'clock. It's great. I had this fear when I was growing up that I was never going to ejaculate. I don't know why I pointed at you. Sorry, buddy. So I had this fear that I was never going to come as a child. Okay, let me change this. I was a kid, all right? I didn't know anything about sex ed, anything like that. I didn't know anything about my body, okay? I never had a sex ed class. I just thought there was something wrong with me. I'd try and jerk off, I'd pee on my hand and go cry. Like, that's the extent of what I knew. Again, I was a kid. So, I thought there was something so wrong with me. So I Googled it, and again, you know, I'm a child. I don't know anything about search history, nothing like that. So my mom kind of pulls me aside one day, and she's like, Joe, what the hell's the matter with you? Why did you Google, why can't 12-year-old boys come? And I was so embarrassed, I don't have to say, I was like, no, that was Dad, yeah. No, my dad's a cool guy. He's got a motorcycle. I can tell there's no Harley owners. Fucking nerds, no. So I went for a ride on my dad's Harley one time, and I gotta be honest, like one guy on a motorcycle, super badass. 2 guys on a motorcycle? He's like, how was it, Joe? I was like, I don't know, I just held your love handles for 45 minutes, Bob. Is that supposed to be cool? Hold tighter, returns coming. Okay. So, my dad would do this like fake cutesy Sons of Anarchy thing, where like if he saw Harley drive by, he would like they'd point back, and he'd be like, oh, brotherhood or some weird shit. I don't know what the point was, but he would do that. So now my dad, he also drives a Mazda Miata. I know, that's my dad. Fuck you guys, right? That was perfect. But real small circle of like Harley guys and like Miata guys. It's just like my dad and some like bush lesbian in North Dakota. My dad is that bush lesbian in North Dakota. But my dad would do the same thing with his Miata, okay? If he saw somebody drive behind a Miata, he'd make an M. They'd make an M. And then they'd pull over and blow each other. You guys want to hear my most racist joke? We're gonna do it anyway. Okay. It took me 90 minutes to find parking. Let's see what I want. You guys ready? Let me really lean into this. I'm gonna take a jacket off of this now. All right, my most racist joke. White people shouldn't be allowed to roll burritos. You weren't expecting to speak about white people, all right? But let me finish, okay? You ever go to like Chipotle and she's like, hey, I'm Tiffany, what can I do? Work the register, Tiffany, okay? I want your sloppy burrito, first bite's just sour cream and rice. Get the fuck out of here, Tiffany. It's so stupid. We like Eminem here a little bit. No, I'm just pandering now this one. I like Eminem just because he kind of makes music for everybody. Like a bully will beat up a kid, they'll both go home and listen to the same Eminem track. Like even his wife has songs on her phone. She's like, look, Haley, I know he said these terrible things about me, but he wearing orange. That's crazy. We don't like Eminem. No, we don't like him. I get it. You guys like acting? Acting's the dumbest shit ever. A lot of comedians want to do acting, and it's just like, look, if acting's so difficult, how come Shaquille O'Neal's in every commercial? You know what I mean? How come it's the only job children are allowed to have? You know what I mean? So, my neighbor, Mohammed, real cool guy, but he moved from Iraq to New Jersey, maybe the worst. And he says, that's how he says Iraq. I'm not gonna like white explain the Middle East. So I'm like, you mean Iraq, Muhammad? No, he says Iraq, it's probably Iraq. But he moved at possibly the worst possible time a Muslim could have moved to the United States. He moved September 17th, 2001, so not even a week after 9/11. It was a very taboo time. I don't know if you guys remember, not a great time. And, again, no Islamophobia on my end. He was always, a great neighbor, would always take my trash out if I forgot, whatever. But for like 20 years, he'd always be like, what's up, Nick? Not Nick, my name's Joe. Never had the balls to correct him until a couple months ago. I was like, hey, Muhammad, not to be weird, but my name's actually Joe. Nick's my brother. And he was like, oh, thank God, because my name's Yassine. I don't know where you got Muhammad from. I don't like how weed's legal now, man. Not to be like a fucking nerd, but like, not as cool, man. Like my mom gets high now, it's just not as play. She's like, this is fun. Where was it my whole life? I was like, it was upstairs. It was upstairs. You hated it. It was like, it's 10 feet above from where you slept. I don't know. I just used to do some grimy shit for weed, and now I can just like order it on my phone, have it delivered to me. It's just fucking, I don't know. I used to, remember like head shops before dispensaries around? You'd go in like, hey man, do you know where I get some weed? Like, why? Because I sold bongs for a living? Tobacco purposes. And it's like, you're a white dude with dreads, dude. I know where you can. So what I would do is, I would go to 24-hour mattress stores, because those are drug fronts, right? Like, who's buying a mattress at 4 in the morning? Right? I walk in, they're like, what do you want, a king or a queen? I'm like, can I just get an eighth, dude? I know what your whole operation is. So, when I was in I didn't grow up in the most diverse area in North Jersey. Not very far from here. It took me longer to find parking than get here. But, all right, so I grew up in, not the most diverse place. When I was in 2nd grade, we had the first black kid move to my school, which should have been townwide news. We're all super excited to meet him. This works in Chicago, so stop pulling away. I feel you guys are ready. But we're all super excited to meet him again, and it got a little weird. Like within a couple weeks, we all started calling him Black Steve, which was a little weird because he was the only Steve in the entire grade. The gym teacher. I didn't go along with. All right, I went around. You're gonna make fun of me for giving you the peer pressure in 2nd grade. Fuck you guys. But he right away was the coolest kid in our grade. And, unfortunately, my best friend in second grade picked a fight with Steve and got beat up, okay? So my friend started the fight. Steve was just defending himself, okay? But to make him feel better, my best friend, his mom went on to say one of the most subtle racist things I've ever heard. She goes, "Don't worry, honey, one day Black Steve," like even the parents were calling him, it was crazy. "One day Black Steve is gonna be in the NFL," which is super racist to say about black people. Until, swear to God, he got drafted 7th round by the Vikings. So either my best friend's mom's top of the line racist or the best NFL scout of all time. Why are we clapping? I was like, I didn't vote for the guy, I swear. So a couple years after Steve was in the NFL, I ran into him at the only bar in my town, okay? And he was sitting backwards at the bar, not acknowledging anybody. People would be like, "What's up, Steve?" And not even a head nod. You know what? Good for him. He's the only person that's made out of my town, all right? So I walk by and he jumps up, he's like, "Joe!" And I'm like, who the hell is he talking to? And I'm like, oh my God, I remember we're friends on Facebook. So he goes, "Hey man, how's comedy going?" Okay, he's expecting NFL level production, not this. You know what I mean? So at this point, he's on the Patriots practice squad. So I tried to get him like a little gotcha question. I go, "Hey man, do you know Tom Brady?" And he goes, "Well, actually, yeah, I was at the house last week. We just zoned the kids." He goes, "Do you know Kevin Hart?" I never replied to another one so fast. He goes like, "Yeah, I know Kevin Hart. He calls me White Joe." All right, I'm out of here. Cheers, guys. Have a good